I want to invite Betty and John Suderman, niece and nephew to Hilda, to come up, and they're going to share some wonderful music in honor of Hilda. Terry, Hilda's son, to come and share a second eulogy and a little bit more about Hilda. You know,
what my mom would say right now if she were here. Given all the pomp and attention being bestowed on her, well, I don't think I like this terribly much. Because she would have wanted to bring her Svibok and Perderski to feed the masses. Sorry, Mom, this one's all for you. Good afternoon, I am Terry Isaac, the youngest, clearly. And favorite child, obviously, of Hildegard Ellen Isaac. Hildegard Ellen Isaac. For 55 years, I was unaware that my mother's middle name was Ellen. I can be a little obtuse at times, but I knew my mother didn't have a middle name. I noticed it when I was sitting beside her in the hospital and I read her wrist tag. Mom, your middle name is Ellen? Yes, I gave it to myself. Excuse me? Yes, I didn't like the name Hilda terribly much, so I added a name. When? In grade school. And I've been Hildegard Ellen ever since. That, in a microcosm, was the essence of my mom. She was a strong woman, and she was the most positive person you could ever meet. If it was raining, well, we needed it. Mom, it's been raining for 40 days straight. Yes, well, it gives me a chance to catch up on my sewing. She thought everything was super wonderful. Isn't that a great expression? How much better can something be than super wonderful? She thought her kids were super wonderful. She told me last year that she thought I was near perfect. Actually, I wouldn't lie on my mother's funeral. She thought I was near perfect, but I could use a little work on my penmanship. It nearly destroyed me. By the way, speaking of us kids, I know you always have some latitude with being the author of a eulogy, but I noted in Cheryl's eulogy, and I quote, Cheryl was born on May 14th, 1947, was the cutest baby, and was the first precious daughter of John and Hildegard Isaac. And then later in the eulogy, and then sometime later, Doug and Terry came along. I can see Mom right now giving me one of those looks. Don't be mean to your sister. You're so spoiled. Flowers. She loved flowers and gardening. Glenda and I had traveled a bit, and whenever we would come back from a trip, she would ask how it went. Oh, it was great, Mom. We golfed in Scotland, and then we took a ferry over to Ireland. Well, that's interesting. Were there any bougainvillea over there? What was in bloom? Did you take any pictures of them? No, Mom, I'll go back and get some. She was highly devoted to her family. When her grandson, Sean, was involved in a serious crash, Mom went to the hospital in Edmonton and supported Doug and Lil for an extended period of time. A couple years ago, Lily broke her arm, and Mom went up there almost right away to help out. She loved her family and would do anything for us. Games. Mom and Dad would play games for hours. Friends and family alike. From crib to racco to Uno to 500 trump to Skippo to canasta to dominoes, Mom loved to play. And it didn't matter your age, from great-grandchildren to friends their age, they would play. And I know Dad is really going to miss that. And Mom would always keep score, and keep the scorecards for years. remember this game from October 1987? Yes, Mom, that was a great game. And she would especially keep the ones where she won. She was competitive. I guess that's where Doug got that from. As you know, she reached the ripe old age of 92. I asked her once the secret to her longevity and happiness, and one of the things she said was, stay busy. And stay busy she did. Dad used to say he got tired just watching her. From entertaining to reading to golfing to cooking to cleaning to quilting to talking to my Aunt Helen to doting on her grandchildren, she was busy. I was talking to her one day about politics. Barack Obama had just been elected, and we discussed his attributes and where he might lead his country. And I talked to Cheryl and Doug about that conversation, asked them whether she talked about politics with them. They said no, but after much discussion, we realized that we all had things that Mom would show an interest in, and she would share that with us. It was like she was a different mother to each of us, and what a great gift that was to her children. Mom, you didn't only take care of me through my infant years, you looked out for me through my teen years, through trials and successes of my adult life, and you were still doting on me in my 50s, and I will miss you dearly. Thank you.
We'd like to sing another song, and it seems fitting as we hear the talk of Hilda and her love for the garden. And this song is a hymn called In the Garden.
Thank
Doug and the family up to, Doug Will and the family to come and do a special number that I understand Hilda had requested. They did this and requested that when her funeral came, that this would be done at the funeral. So I invite you guys to come.
Mom requested this song at her funeral. Of course, we know that was never going to happen. We didn't practice it, of course. But I guess it's happening now. So we want to honor Mom, my family, my family, honor Mom with this beautiful song, Serenaded by Angels. It's very true. So, Mom, this is for you.
Serenaded by angels.
We'd like to continue by singing How Great Thou Art together.
I see the stars.